Well, good day, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your financial market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening, as we're here now on Wednesday, the 19th of November, 2025, and the time 6:25 a.m. Central Time. Strong move in the stock market. Nvidia's earnings were beat, and sold out Blackwell. Bigger profit margins, great sales. I know not what to say beyond that, other than if you were looking for the demise of AI because of Nvidia, that part of what you're looking for didn't take place. We're up about $10 tonight in the aftermarket after the market closed in Nvidia. So you've got strong prices that are going there, and that's carrying a lot of the markets. It's carrying some of the metal markets too. Now the metals are fighting an interesting issue. The dollar was super strong today because we had news come out that the FOMC minutes showed that members are very divided on a December cut. I'm not getting the impression in reading the notes that, though, there's not further cuts coming in 2026. I walked away thinking they don't have the data. They're saying they've done 2 preemptive cuts. They'd like to see the results of those before they go for the 3rd cut. Now, not everybody's obviously saying it. That is the people in the camp that don't want to cut. And then there's the group that says, no, we've got to stay preemptive. We're not seeing the inflation numbers. Well, we are going to get a lot of data between now and the Fed meeting. For example, you're going to get the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They're coming out with their October non-farm payroll report. They're not coming out with that, but they're going to have one for November. And from what I'm reading, it sounds like they're going to do a blend, but I'm not certain. The U.S. September non-farm payroll data will come out 7:30 in the morning. Philly Fed Regional Business Activity Index, 7:30. And now we get jobless claims. They're looking for about 227,000 of them. That'll come out at 7:30. Existing home sales data for October. That'll come out at 9. EI natural gas storage numbers at 9:30. The KC Manufacturing Composite and Business Index activity will come out at 10 in the morning. And then we had the Nvidia. And as you can see, Blackwell sold out. Great news. We're being told through 2026 sales and profit margins look very, very strong. You can hit pause and read the rest of it yourself. To say that it was a good number, that, my friends, is an understatement. These were really good numbers. So let's go, if we could, to the S&P and see what it's doing. For the week, because we're into Thursday trade, you're down 0.25% roughly on a closing basis. You're getting a bounce tonight in the marketplace. You still have the pattern of lower highs, lower lows. The rally number that it could go to fight the battle could be the 18-day average at the 6,800 level. That would get an awful lot of cheer from people. You bottomed out so far at the Bollinger Band bottom and the 100-day average. And as you know, yesterday I was a screaming tiger going, if you're ever going to cover shorts, you're in the area to cover your shorts. I didn't say go long. I said you don't want to be short anymore. And that's exactly what happened. You see how oversold you're getting your bounce. The same thing is happening in the Nasdaq. You're getting your bounce. You're bouncing away from the 100-day average in the lower Bollinger Band. The identical thing is happening in the Dow. You're bouncing away from the Bollinger Band and that. This hasn't turned the trend suddenly back to the upside, this Nvidia news. But it's cause now for taking one of the sector elements for the break away. If you're counting on Nvidia to have a bad 4th quarter, whatever you think's happening, from the way that the CEO is talking, that doesn't sound like you're going to get that type of news at all. When you look at what's going on with the micro E-mini Russell, back up, and yesterday I said if we rally, we probably get back and fight a battle at the 100-day average because we had been under it in the Bollinger Band. It's just what's taking place right now. In the DAX, same thing. You know, I can see lots of arguments to cover shorts galore here. Oversold down to the key 2 numbers. Walk away. That's what I would be telling traders. Now, because the Fed's fighting a battle amongst itself, if you're betting that interest rates are going to drop, what are you betting it on? That becomes the question. You're betting that the tide is still such that they'll cut, but you need to get more data. So the market is not agreeing with you. By staying under the 18-day average, it's keeping the bears in control, which means you're adding a bit of yield to the market. Same thing going on in the 2-year. When we look at the dollar index, the battleground had been the combination of the 200-day average, the Bollinger Band. That was the zone I looked for problems. You fell back. You fought 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, including today, 5 days at the Bollinger Band, and you finally lifted out to the upside. And at the same time, the euro got through the last break low. It might come down again to the 114.80s and 90 level, the combination of the 200-day average and the Bollinger Band. In the Japanese yen, as I said, they're doing nothing to try to support it. Market's still working its way down, fully embedded. It's not letting traders get short. You need a hard rally to do so, and you're just not getting one. Bitcoin, well, at least tonight off all this news, you're getting a rally. You're up $2,500. This market did get itself down to the 89,000 level. Remember, it was just up to 128. That's an awful lot of pain. It's still embedded. The first hard rally, and I don't think $2,500 is a hard rally, the first hard rally is going to be the test. Will the pros come back in and sell the market or not? In the energy markets, you came down, hit the lower Bollinger Band first time. What do you do when you hit that? You know what I'm going to say. I teach it in all my courses. You're covering shorts. You came down the same way in the WTI. Not so in the heating oil, which broke pretty good today. It's fighting at the upper Bollinger Band. It's overbought. Nah, I wouldn't be telling you to buy that. And in the nat gas, you did lift off that 18-day average right back to the 200-day average, fighting a big battle, but very overbought. So is there a lot to do there? I frankly don't think so. But if you want to keep up with what I do in the mornings and so on, the research, where I say to buy and sell exactly, just move your cursor up here. You'll see an icon. Give it a click. Or over here, if you're watching me on YouTube, sign up for my research, and away you go. I'm Ira. Thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you in the other videos tonight and, of course, in the morning update. Take care.